Due to an unfortunate turn of events, the review for Space Jam: A New Legacy has been postponed until further notice. In its place will be a review of the G.I. Joe movie, The Rise of Cobra. Thank you. Well, with Snake Eyes coming out this weekend, I'm going to talk about G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. But does it really deserve the hate it got? Or can I prove these people they're wrong? Watch this review and find out. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D. And now I apologize for the disclaimer thing. I have now created that just in case something goes wrong, or just as a slight warning, just in case I do an epic rant video or standard rant video or whatever, okay? Alright, today I'm going to bring to you a review of the 2009 military sci-fi action flick G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, released by Paramount along with Spyglass Entertainment, based on the Hasbro toy franchise of the same name, with particular inspiration from the comic book series as well. Anyway, the film was directed by Stephen Sommers, featuring an ensemble cast based on the various characters of the franchise. The story follows two American soldiers named Duke and Ripcord who joined the G.I. Joe team after being attacked by Mars troops. That's Military Armaments Research Syndicate. While fans criticized leaked drafts of the script, one of the writers of the comic was hired as creative consultant and rewrites were made. The film opened up in August of 2009. While despite it went on to become a success, but it unfortunately left critics cold. And some fans as well. But I'll explain about that later, so let's get into our review. Well, first things first, the story. In the near future, weapons master James McCullen has created a nanotech-based weapon, nanomites, designed to devour metal and other materials capable of destroying anything from tanks to cities. The nanobots can only be stopped by activating the kill switch. His company, Mars, sells 4 warheads to NATO, and NATO troops led by American soldiers Duke and Ripcord are asked to deliver the warheads. Their convoy is ambushed by the Baroness, whom Duke recognizes to be his ex-fiancée, Anna Lewis. Duke and Ripcord are rescued by Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Breaker, and Heavy Duty. They take the warheads to the Pit, G.I. Joe's command center in Egypt, and upon arriving, rendezvous with the head of the team, General Hawk. And he takes command of the warheads and excuses Duke and Ripcord, only to be convinced to let them join his group after Duke reveals that he knows the Baroness. McCullen is revealed to be using the same nanotechnology to build an army of soldiers with the aid of the Doctor, planning on using the warheads to cause worldwide panic and bring about a new world order. Using a tracking device, McCullen locates the G.I. Joe base and sends Storm Shadow and the Baroness to retrieve the warheads with assistance from Zartan. After a fight, Storm Shadow and the Baroness retrieve the warheads and take them to Baron the Cobra, the Baroness's husband, for him to weaponize in his particle accelerator. After he reluctantly does this, the Cobra is killed by Storm Shadow, making their way to Paris. The Joes pursue the two, but are unsuccessful in stopping them from launching one of the missiles. The missile hits the Eiffel Tower and releases the nanomites in it, destroying the tower and some of the surrounding area before Duke manages to hit the kill switch. I got ahead of myself. However, in doing so, he is captured and taken to McCullen's base under the Arctic. The Joes locate the secret base and fly there, as McCullen loads the 3 warheads that remain onto 3 missiles, which are aimed for Beijing, Moscow, and Washington, D.C., the world's 3 most important capitals. He states that he intends to do this because by killing millions of people in these cities, he will strike fear into the hearts of every man, woman, and child on the planet, after which they will turn to the person with the most power in the world, the President of the United States. After Snake Eyes takes out 1 missile, Ripcord destroys the remaining 2 by using a stolen Mars prototype Night Raven jet, while Scarlet Breaker and Snake Eyes infiltrate the base. Snake Eyes steals and prevails over Storm Shadow, and Duke learns that McCullen's employer, the Doctor, is actually Rex Lewis, Anna's brother, believed to have been killed by a mistimed airstrike during a mission led by Duke, also the origin of the alienation between Duke and Anna. Rex had encountered Dr. Mindbender in the bunker and was seduced by the nanomite technology, taking too long to retrieve the data and gain con the bombing, which disfigured him. After freeing Duke, the Baroness is subdued as the Doctor reveals he has implanted her with nanomites, which has put her under his control for the past 4 years. Alright, I'm going to pause there. Now to the last bit of this here ending. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, continue on after the 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Attempting to kill Duke using a flamethrower, McCullen ends up being burned when Duke shoots the weapon and causes it to explode. So Rex and he flee to an escape vessel. Duke and the Baroness pursue him while the Joes fall back. When Rex activates the base's self-destruct sequence, which involves blowing the ice cap to create blocks of ice, which then nearly crush the Joes. Rex assumes the identity as the Commander, having healed McCullen's burned face with nanomites, transforming his skin into a silver-like substance and naming him Destro, which places McCullen under the Commander's control. They are captured by G.I. Joes soon after. On the supercarrier USS Flag, the Baroness is placed in protective custody until they can remove the nanomites from her body. Meanwhile, Zartan, having had his physical appearance altered by nanomites, infiltrates the White House during the missile crisis and assumes the identity of, are you ready for this? The President of the United States. Yeah. Thus completing a part of McCullen's plan to rule the world. End of story. So, what did I think of G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra? Well, I can completely understand what everybody had said about this movie and what have you. One of the main complaints made by fans was that this film failed to relate to the franchise. One said that the Baroness, who was changed from an East European noble in the comics to Duke's brainwashed ex-girlfriend, yeah, that was kind of a little off, you know. Now, let's see. Yeah, some just went out on everything, what have you, on just about a lot of things, even the underwater battle and what have you. Another thing is that I believe some kind of didn't feel too thrilled with the Doctor, who would be the color commander. But even so, he did well. It was still reasonable and what have you. Now, a couple cast members have been critical of the film in the years since its release, but I can understand and what have you. But still, I had fun watching this movie. It was pretty fun and what have you. It was just a blast. It could have used some spin polish, but overall, this is still a well, more in between okay good to good good. Not a great movie, but still a fun movie. Now, its story isn't too bad, but well, like with some of the characters, it could have used just a little spin polish. But even with one of the people who worked on the comics, it still managed to get it to do a little justice to it. Now, for our cast, we have Channing Tatum. This is the film that would gain him a little bit of recognition as Conrad Hauser, alias Duke. Now, originally they wanted Mark Wahlberg, but apparently he just didn't want to. And well, after Tatum had recently appeared in Stop Loss, another Paramount title, which was an anti-war film, but he originally wanted no part in the film, which he felt glorified war. And he later detailed that he wound up in the film due to a contractual obligation with Paramount after he signed a 3-picture deal after Coach Carter. Well, anyway, Tatum was a fan of the franchise growing up and expressed interest in playing Snake Eyes despite Paramount wanting him as Duke. Playing Ripcord, real name Wallace Weems, is Marlon Wayans, who was kind of a surprise. Yeah, he was cast on his performance in Requiem for a Dream. Yes, at least he said that the film showed Wayans could be serious as well as funny, because he's more of a funny guy, you know. And well, Ikenyo Agabaj, I can't pronounce that name, plays Herschel Dalton, alias Heavy Duty. Yeah, that's a pretty good character. Playing General Clayton Abernathy, of course, General Hawk, is Dennis Quaid. Definitely very good performance. And Ray Park, who played Darth Maul in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, as well as Toad in X-Men, plays Snake Eyes. He did pretty good. Saeed Tagmaoui, I hate to mispronounce this too, plays Abel Shaz, aka Breaker. Yeah, not too bad. We also have, let's see, other characters including CoverGirl and Jeffrey Stone IV, aka Sergeant Stone, who was played by an uncredited Brendan Fraser. All the Joes are mostly good, but the big one was Rachel Nichols, who plays Shanna M. O'Hara, alias Scarlet. Now, of course, she was originally blonde. Yeah, but she had dyed her blonde hair red, Scarlet's hair color, for her role in Star Trek, which came out the same year, and she filmed that before this. And what can I say? I was impressed with that. She was just such a fox. Playing Rex is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. Well, now, according to him, he described his vocal performance as being half reminiscent of Chris Latta, who voiced the character in the original 1980s anime series, but also half his own ideas because he felt rendering it fully would sound ridiculous. That's understandable. Next is former Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston, playing James McCullen, alias Destro. Yeah, not bad. They originally wanted David Murray cast, but he was forced out due to some issues. Playing the Baroness, aka Anna Lewis, is Sienna Miller. Yeah, she was good. Byung Hun Lee plays Storm Shadow. He did pretty good. Playing Zartan is Arnold Vosloo. You may know him best from the first 2 installments of the Mummy franchise with Brendan Fraser. And finally, Kevin J. O'Connor plays Dr. Mindbender. Of course, this would be his fourth collaboration with Stephen Sommers after he recently played Igor in Van Helsing. And there's also Johnathan Pryce as the president. But anyway, that's it. And also, the score done by Alan Silvestri. Now, that was pretty good. But, well, that's just one of the few good things. It's kind of a mixed bag on the cast and what have you and all that jazz. Despite the critics and some of the fans were a little hard on this, the film still went on to become a big hit, making over $302 million worldwide, and would go on to put out a sequel which came out 4 years later. Actually, almost 4 years later. Because the sequel, G.I. Joe Retaliation, came out in early 2013. So anyway, enough said about it. With a reasonable cast, a reasonable story, good score though, and all that jazz, would I recommend G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra? I would mostly give it a hell yeah, but it'll be in between hell yeah to or give it a one-time watch. And if you're not satisfied, then don't go on. Just wait until Snake Eyes comes to theaters, alright? So, that's about it. So anyway, have you seen G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra? Tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Yeah, wrong sign, my bad. I'm sorry. I've just been having a rough day, unfortunately. So, I humbly apologize. Anyway, join me next time when I bring to you my next to last Summer of 007 review in the form of The Living Daylights. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other reviews I've done. In the upper left-hand corner is a spoiler-free review I did for Black Widow last weekend. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the new Netflix movie Gunpowder Milkshake, which is also spoiler-free. Or in the bottom left-hand corner, see my recent spoiler-free review of a new film that Paramount put out, which of course came on Amazon Prime, that being The Tomorrow War. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.